What's good, you guys? You know who it is, man. It's your boy, Mr. Relentless Lex, and I'm back like I never left his mother. Yes, sirski. Hey, yo, man, today we got Jeannie Mott. She blackmails Jeezy, says she's blackmailing Jeezy with freak-off footage of Jeezy having freak-offs with Diddy, the butt monster. Man, this is getting spicier and spicier, man. I promise you.
Things are different from the last time you were here. Some unexpected news broke about your marriage.
I was going through things, and marriage ended. And after that moment, I just turned off every single device in my house, and I really tuned into the voices I really needed to hear, which was me and the truth. It was kind of hard. So yeah, it's what I'm dealing with day by day, you know?
And how are you doing now?
Well, I think I'm doing better now.
Turns out Jeannie might not have been the only one who knew what the rapper was getting up to.
I ain't taking nothing from his wife. Jeannie Mott, she's a beautiful woman. It's Jeezy. He loves who he loves.
They say a heartbreak is capable of bringing out both the best and the worst of a person. Well, Jeezy leaving Jeannie Mai may have brought out a part of the presenter's personality that stayed hidden for years. Although she has appeared on several shows and even admitted to being in a much better place mentally, she seemingly just dropped a bomb about the father of her kids and one of hip-hop's biggest names, Diddy. If you've been following the news from the entertainment industry long enough, you'd know that most of the things that actually make it to the headlines are just the surface. The real tea is in the things that have stayed hidden for years, like all the things we've been learning about Diddy in recent months. We heard stories about how the rapper might have been getting down with both men and women, and in some cases, allegedly without their consent. It seems even the most hardcore rappers weren't safe from Diddy back in the day, and this is where Jeezy comes in. As a hip-hop head, you don't need anyone to tell you Diddy has a history with almost every successful artist in the industry right now. And while for many of those people, knowing Diddy is just a surface thing for most people, in Jeezy's case, that meeting might have been more intimate. Even if we wanted to rule out these alleged claims from Jeannie Mai as coming from a place of pain, Diddy has already proven to the world that getting down with him might have been a ritual for any hip-hop artiste chasing success back in the day. It seems Jeannie Mai may have been sitting on these details for years, which would add up, seeing as she had been dating and was married to the man for more than a year. The situation gets worse when you realize that Jeannie and Jeezy never actually gave the world a reason for why they went their separate ways. But what's more, the timing. Let me jog your memory a bit. According to the news, Jeezy officially filed for divorce from Jeannie in September, and slightly over a month later, the accusations against Diddy started to roll in. All of this might seem like speculation, but those who know the long and nasty history of the industry probably understand how Jeannie's alleged claims are more than likely the truth. For the rest of you who need convincing, there's a straight line packed with evidence to support these claims, and it seems to start with Jeannie's most recent claims against the rapper.
The Jeannie Mai divorce is getting even messier, guys. Jeannie is asking a judge to deny him custody of their child because she's claiming he's been reckless.
The stories about them and their split might have been starting to fade away, but Jeannie Mai just took it back to the center of all conversations after she made some serious allegations against the rapper. Per the reports, Jeannie has accused her estranged husband Jeezy of domestic and child neglect amid the couple's ongoing divorce. In a new court filing obtained by People, the Real Alum alleges several incidents of domestic and child neglect during her relationship with the rapper, whose real name is Jay Wayne Jenkins. In her claims, she said Jeezy has explosive outbursts, excessive drinking, and domestic violence. In response to the allegations, Jeezy shared a statement on Instagram on Thursday, April 25, denying the allegations. The allegations are not only false, but also deeply disturbing, especially coming from someone I loved. This malicious attempt to tarnish my character and disrupt my family is ridiculous, he shared. It's disheartening to witness the manipulation and deceit at play, and at this time my main concern is being an active father to our daughter as I continue to fight for court-mandated joint custody. Rest assured, the truth will prevail through the proper legal channels. According to the complaint, Mai alleges that on January 18, 2022, in Miami, Florida, her then-husband began to berate in a car after he asked the driver to step out of the vehicle. He hurled insults such as "you wah" and "I can't wait to divorce you when we get back," the court documents state. Mai also claims she was held against her will, and Jeezy struck her a closed fist across her cheekbone and eye, causing a subconjunctival hemorrhage. The pair then sought therapy regarding the alleged domestic violence incident. 3 months later, Mai alleges in the court filing that another incident occurred at the Ritz-Carlton in San Francisco, during which the television personality claims she was choked from behind as she was ascending the stairs and pushed down the stairs by Jeezy. The performer then allegedly proceeded to verbally assault Mai and called her a F-ing B and repeated, "I can do so much better than you." Hotel security later intervened and protected Mai after she claimed to feel unsafe. In December of that year, Mai alleges that Jeezy became enraged during the UNCF 39th Atlanta Mayor's masked ball when he didn't know her whereabouts for 25 minutes after she went to the restroom with a girlfriend. After the incident, Mai claims Jeezy demanded the pair left the party. After asking the driver to leave the vehicle, Jeezy allegedly began to verbally aya Mai, and she attempted to exit the car twice. However, she claims Jeezy then grabbed her by the neckline of her dress, resulting in the dress being torn and multiple 2-3-inch scratches across her right due to Jeezy's fingernails. Additionally, Mai claims she is worried for their 2-year-old daughter Monaco's safety after an alleged October 2023 incident in which Mai found the toddler with her then-husband's Louis Vuitton bag with his AK-47 rifle inside at the couple's home. In the complaint, Mai stated that she requested Jeezy's guns be secured inside the house and the rapper allegedly failed to do so. While Diddy wasn't actually mentioned in the lawsuit, the fact that he's been ruling the trends list, coupled with Jeezy's name just being mentioned there as well, has led to fans stumbling on their very eventful history.
Look at the atmosphere. They in the music industry, they in the music business. They set up those type of, they learn the tricks of the trade.
Takes like, fun fact, Diddy was trying to recruit young Jeezy, read the book, have become all everyone's talking about on social media, and that might be due to Diddy's old pals spilling the beans about how he treated people around him back in the day. If you're not a fan, you might not be aware, but one of Jeezy's biggest songs is Bottles Up, where he featured Diddy. According to Diddy's old bodyguard, getting that feature might have come at a cost.
That's called the test off. How you make sure you breaking in. Look, call the artist up here to the room, tell him I'm gonna have a meeting about my tub. He be in there by the tub and stuff, soaking and stuff.
Well, besides what he may or may not have done to get the feature,
That's crazy.
The relationship both men seemed to have back then had several people raising their eyebrows, and that was clear as day in the song they made. At the time, the video for Bottles Up, a cut from Jeezy's album Pressure, was the epitome of positive energy and good vibes. There were fast cars, beautiful boats, and an enormous stash of crisp green bills. The anthem, described by the rapper to have been tailor-made for bosses, features the Jeezy listing all of the fine things that came with the lavish life. Diddy, then alleged to have been working on reinventing himself as the Puff Daddy of hip-hop's golden age, plays Jeezy's right-hand man and ad-lib provider. In the video, Diddy gets about as much screen time, if not more, than Jeezy, and he doesn't even have a verse. But what he leaves on the table in terms of raps, he picks up by providing the necessary energy, among other things, for Jeezy to bounce off of. The match made in luxury, he even proceeds to dance in clubs, on yachts, and in gas stations while holding cartoonishly large bundles of money. But the situation quickly becomes something else when you hear what people from the rapper's past have said about him and bottles.
When we go to the club, we used to have these bottles, right? And on this bottle, they be regular Moet bottles. On them bottles right there, they've been to have something to make the girls be real slippery and all of this kind of stuff.
But the plot twist is that it wasn't just the girls that were getting drugged. It seems Diddy might have been doing the same to some of the guys around, only to have his way with them. This seems to have been the case with Diddy's latest SA case by Rodney Lil Rod Jones. Anyway, while all of these details are alleged to have started rolling out after Jeannie leveled the accusations against Jeezy, the woman might not be the best representation of the truth. At least that's the track record her ex seems to believe she carries. After Jeannie recently accused Jeezy of attacking her while they were married, Media Takeout did a bit of digging and has some details from Jeannie's first marriage to businessman Freddie Hardy's that portray her in a different light. Jeannie divorced Freddie 4 years ago, just weeks before she started dating Jeezy. The split was amicable, at least initially, but that's when, according to Freddie's new wife, Jeannie Mai, began lying and manipulating the public to turn them against her ex. Sound familiar? While Jeannie was on The Real, she created a narrative that somehow it was Freddie, and not her, that was the cause of the divorce. Jeannie cried multiple times on air and had her fans ready to go after her ex. Finally, Freddie and his new wife had enough and addressed Jeannie's alleged lies on social media. Freddie's new wife wrote, "Since Jeannie won't publicly clear our name and own her lies, let me just let you in on a little news flash. She asked for a divorce. She is responsible for her own actions. All Freddie is guilty of is moving on quickly. He moved on a couple months after she filed for divorce. Big damn deal." Jeezy's case is, however, a little different. While most divorces usually don't have public tells that they're coming, with celebrities, it's mostly the opposite, which makes sense since a large part of their lives is constantly in the media. However, Jeezy and Jeannie Mia's case is one of those disasters that no one could have seen coming because of how put together their relationship seemed from the outside, but it turned out to be proof that perception is never reality. Not only does it seem like the pair had already been going from one conflict to the other behind closed doors, but it also seems like their parting ways might come with a bit of drama, as we're seemingly starting to see with the newly filed claims.
It leaked to Page Six, it leaked to a bunch of outlets, not just blogs, but actual media outlets. It has been everywhere.
The rapper filed for divorce from the celebrity host back in September last year in Atlanta, Georgia, according to documents obtained by outlets. The couple were married for 2.5 years and had a prenuptial agreement in place. Jeezy's filing at the time said the former couple had been living in a bona fide state of separation and that their marriage was irretrievably broken with no hope for reconciliation. When word broke about their split, it drew varying reactions. For some, it was sadness, while others seemed to believe she had this coming from the beginning. One Redditor in this category wrote, "She always seemed really tone deaf to me on The Real, and isn't her ex a trumper? How do you go from that to Jeezy lol? He probably clocked how she really is." The new twist to their story of Jeannie claiming that Jeezy was attacking her has drawn even more reactions from the fans, and like Jeannie's ex, many of them seem to believe she might be making these claims to get him back for the very public embarrassment he caused her. One user wrote, "Why was she gutted if he's an Ayers? Usually Ayers don't like their victim to get away. Jeannie has had interviews where she admitted to being aggressive and hot temper. I don't trust her. She's mad she didn't see it coming." Another user added, "She's salty he divorced her and wants custody. Why didn't she bring this up and divorce him first?" Putting these random takes side by side with what Jeannie's ex side, all of the claims about violence may have been an attempt at getting back at Jeezy. And if she could do that with the assault claims, who says she couldn't have intentionally leaked Jeezy's alleged freaky side with Diddy? After all, what perfect time to bring it up than amid all of the other similar accusations against the rap mogul? Tell us what you think. That's it. Goodbye.
Man, exactly. Exactly. I'm thinking, bro, just like the fans said on the comment, they said, what if Jeezy was doing all this to Jeannie, why would he file for the divorce? He would rather have kept her there and make her life a living hell. He wasn't trying to be getting away from her. And her ex-husband, ain't no telling the reason why I'm pretty sure he probably asked for divorce too. That's crazy. I think Jeannie is very messy. I think she's very, very messy, man. And she just trying to make Jeezy look bad. Got to be. It don't add up. It just don't add up to me.